Alright everybody, we're back for round 4. This is my third round. I lost the last two. We are playing against a Merfolk deck, and that's going to be very hard for us to beat because Island Sanctuary gives us guys Island Walk. So, I'm sorry, Island Walk is a thing. And Master of Pearl Trident and Lord of Atlantis have Island Walk, and he's got all these guys. And Waterfront Bouncer bounces our Oath stuff. So, am I going to be able to beat this? No. This is going to be very bad for me. Oops, don't want that. Alright, so we're going to wish our opponent good luck, and we're going to wish that this hand were better, but it's not the worst. Again, Island Sanctuary is pretty bad against Island Walkers. That's just the way it goes. This Mana Crypt, we're not going to cast that yet. That's going to hurt us a lot. So we hope we draw into something relevant here. I don't want to spend Force of Will and a Brainstorm primarily on... Okay, that's fine. I'm actually going to Brainstorm right now, though. He missteps it. That's okay. Essentially, that just makes our hand a lot worse, but he at least didn't do anything for his first turn, so there's that. We have a couple draws. This is the worst possible thing to ever draw. Just so you know. And we did, so there's that. I guess Progenitus is maybe what we're hoping to do here. But we can't even cast Mana Drain because he ripped his one of Strip. Okay, so things, again, not looking the best. That's just the way it goes. We could have cast Island Sanctuary there, but that would have sucked. I wouldn't have wanted to use it anyway. Alright, so we have a Silver Gill coming down. Do I want to counter that? It keeps him from drawing a card. I don't think so. I think I leave that there because it's not a Lord. That's okay that he draws a card. Like I said, this game is going to be very difficult because our Island Sanctuary plan really sucks. I kind of didn't expect to see Merfolk. And also our Oath plan super sucks. So both of our plans, they suck. We're going to keep the Flooded Strand as is. Spell Snare, would have liked to see that last turn. You can't always get what you want. And we're going to pass to our opponent. And he's going to proceed to beat us down as we don't play lands. That's cool. Alright. So, what would I do differently next time? Not play an Oath or Control deck, because they're horrible. Alright, we're going to take... Does this mean he's just going to attack us instead of playing something into our Mana Drain? We can't play Mana Drain anyway. I might actually cast the Island Sanctuary here, but it just does so little. Almost all the time. Wasteland. That's not bad. Because I at least get to kill a Mutavault. So that's something. That's good. Alright, so we pass. This is where our opponent will take the opportunity to not probably attack with a Mutavault, because I would blow his tempo. Nope, he can do that anyway. Alright. Yeah, so both are dudes. He's going to get in for 4, because we're going to murder one of those after he commits to attacking. Alright, I don't know how a Mutavault gets killed by a Wasteland, but I'm not really sure how much of anything gets killed by a Wasteland, so, you know, there's that. Alright, we still want to draw something relevant. Wow. That's more relevant than a lot of things we could have drawn, but it's pretty poor. This is definitely going to kill us, so we're not going to do that, and then we're going to pass the turn. Alright. So, as I can tell, we're just going to get beaten down by Mutavault and Silvergill Adept. And I think that's just going to be the way things go. We're going to sit with our counterspells unable to do anything, and what do we really want to see? I guess like an Enlightened Tutor that he can't counter, but he'll probably be able to, because he hasn't done anything with his hand. Forbidden Orchard, that's also pretty bad at this point, but we can toss it down. No reason not to. And we'll pass the turn. Mana Crypt is essentially uncastable at this point. An Island Sanctuary, again, it doesn't do anything here. We are going to... Like, the question is, do I want to Mana Drain this for any reason? I don't think so. I think we go down to an odd life total, which is fine. And I just Spell Snare that, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. And, yep, he's going to get in there again. Again, because you have to skip your draws for Island Sanctuary to do anything, like, it just... you can't do anything. I wonder if this card combos with Sands of Time in some way. So it's like you get to draw every other turn. I'm not even sure what we would draw here. We need to draw some way to interact with his crappy board. That would have been good a while ago, wouldn't it have? Yeah, that's not great. All right. So I have to play this for 2 because it kills non-lands. It's got a Mutavault, which means I need to give him a dude. That's always good. Or play a Mana Crypt. We don't even know if this resolves yet. So let's drop it like it's hot. Because it is. It explodes. And this, in theory, if it resolves, keeps us alive for 1 more turn, I guess. He's considering countering this, but I think he feels confident enough anyway that he's like, okay, we're actually going to pay here, and then I'm going to go on my favorite mode in the world, which is Mana Crypt could kill me at any moment mode. Definitely my favorite. So as soon as I lose the first flip, this is going to kill me. But that makes everything a little more fun. I mean, he could counter this too. No. All right. So when you have a 50% chance of dying every turn, it's pretty bleak, I would say. And we're in that position. Yeah, okay. What could we draw to make this better? That's a good question. Let's blow this up. Let's go to 1. Let's, I don't know. We're hanging on a thread, dangling by a thread, which is dangling by a thread. And we can't cast Force of Will the special way. All right, we're still in this. Can't use that, though. Island Sanctuary and Mana Crypt are not a winning combination. Let's pack this one in. We will see this gentleman game 2. God, I hate Oath so much. All right. So what do we want to do? We want to bring in Supreme Verdicts, bring in Missteps. We might want to bring in Curse Totem. Actually, we definitely want to bring in Curse Totem. Rest and Peace don't matter. Balance is good. Elish Norn is pretty good. Maybe not optimal. It's hard for me to tell. Energy Flux doesn't do anything. Dragon Breath is tentative. It's questionable. Actually, I'm taking out Emrakul, so we'll go with Elish Norn and Progenitus here. Propaganda is good against manlands. Island Sanctuary sucks against a deck with a ton of Island Walkers. Pithing Needle can deal with Ether Vial, which he has. But it's not extraordinary. I guess it can also deal with Waterfront Bouncer. Curse Catcher. Or Mutavault, actually. So, okay, Pithing Needle stays. You got that. Pongify and Rapid Hybridization are so bad that they need to go. That's been like a running theme. And I almost wonder if these reactive cards like Mana Drain are just not good enough. Jace is terrible too when he has Island Walkers. So I'm going to cut Jace. I'm going to cut all my good cards, essentially. What's he going to be bringing in? No. Maybe. Yes. No. So he'll probably make his deck worse in order to be able to keep my Oaths from working consistently. I think I'm okay with that. What I might want to do then is, I don't know, I might need these Mana Drains. I might not need both Pithing Needle and Curse Totem. I might though. Let's keep those. I'm gonna cut probably Ponder, and let's look one more time. How good is Mental Misstep? I think Mental Misstep is pretty good. So is Spellsnare though. But I need to cut one more card here. And the question is, what's it gonna be? I don't want to cut a Brainstorm. Like, Mana Drain is somewhat weak, so I'll cut that. Alright. There's also Force of Will, which is cuttable. Here's one of these hands again. Maybe Supreme Verdict will actually win a game. It's pretty doubtful, though. I am going to drop this Lotus Petal, because it's not going to get countered now. I know that's silly, like, why would you counter that? But there are sometimes reasons to do so. So we'll drop this. We've got 2 lands to kill. If he plays an Ether Vial, that's like the biggest thing I'm worried about. I can kill it in theory. There's a cage. We can deal with that later. If I can drop all the cards in my hand, I might be able to balance just to make him discard everything. That seems unlikely. We're going to strip mine this turn, though. No question about it. We've got a Wasteland to deal with a Mutavault, and taking him off of a basic island is really strong if he doesn't have another land. He does, but that's okay. The other thing to do would be to potentially play Engineered Explosives for 1 when I can do that. I'm going to wait a little longer on that. We're going to drop this too. Anything to be able to answer some things I think is fine. At this point, we could just cast a Supreme Verdict. Obviously, that would be the wrong play right now. We could cast Balance. It would make him... We'd have to sack a land. He would have to discard 3 cards. It's pretty horrible. That would be, for sure, a game loss, I think. I could play the Explosives for 1, but I think I want to lure him into playing more things, and I might want counter backup for this. So let's just pass the turn. See what he does. If he completely empties his hand, makes Balance like a little more interesting. Okay, we might want to waste that soon. What's this going to be? 2 mana? Silvergill revealing this thing. I think I'm okay with that. Basically just acting like I'm going to counter it, but I'm not going to. That's fine. Drawing a card there is actually really strong for him. Okay. One other thing that I could do at some point is... No, I can't do that. Well, I could cast Balance and then in response crack a Wasteland. No, that doesn't do anything. Never mind. Alright, so we want to draw more lands. Let's do that. There we go. No problem about that. What do I want to do here? Probably just want to Wasteland his Mutavault. I think that's what I want to do. Because I want to draw another land to be able to do that. Yeah, let's make that happen. Alright, ship it. Okay, so we're on a clock now, which, you know, is notably not good. We can interact with it, but it's not ideal. What's this? Curse Catcher? I'm okay with that. That's going to blow up in the eventual explosion. So that's fine. It's going to blow up either in a Supreme Verdict or some kind of explosion. Okay. Force of Will is an okay draw there. It's not unbelievable. I'm really tempted to play an Explosives for 1, but I don't know if I want to make an island just yet. Like, if I play Explosives for 1, he can try to misstep it or force it. But I think, like, showing all my cards, as it were, no pun intended, might encourage him to dump his hand in a minute if my plan still fails. So I'm going to do that. We are going to find a basic island here. And I'm going to play Explosives for... Oh, this is the beginning of the combat step? Let's not try to play an Explosives then. That's weird. Alright, let's play it here. Okay, and he does force that, which I could then force back. I don't know if I want to. Exiling Days, huh? Because, like, he could just find another cage, and that would be just as bad. So if I force this force, pitching misstep, then I can't counter the next cage. I think I'm okay with that. Let's dump our hand. I really want him to walk into the Supreme Verdict. That's what I'm playing in the interest of. Okay, it's going to resolve. I think. Maybe not. Okay. Maybe I should have considered balancing there. Actually, I think I definitely should have considered balancing there. I would lose a land. That's fine. Now I wouldn't lose land. He would lose that. That would be okay. He would have to discard. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to try and make balance happen here. Definitely. Let's see if we can do that. Lands, creatures, discarding. Good. Alright, let's draw something that I don't care about. I actually kind of care about that. I'm going to play that now. Yeah, I'm going to play that now. I think. Because I want to make him discard an extra card. Actually, maybe keeping this is just better. Then he only has to discard 2 and loses all of his dudes. Yeah, that's probably better, because he's going to sacrifice a Curse Sketcher anyway. Okay. So let's find a Plains. And let's cast Balance. Essentially, all that this is going to do is wipe his board. It's a 2-mana Wrath of God. And he has to discard 2 cards. So that's good. Maybe he'll counter it. I mean, he'll probably sack the Curse Catcher to make me crack a Petal. So there's that. But this way I get to keep the other Petal in hand. Oh, he has Force? Lame. What did he exile? That, so we don't know that that's in his hand anymore. Okay. That's fine. We let that resolve. Now he's going to draw a million cards. That's kind of worrisome. Okay. He's not going to draw a million cards. I just have to crack my petals on the Supreme Verdict. Hopefully he just drops another dude. What I really want him to do now is play another creature. It's really too bad that he had a Force there. Please, just play another dude. I don't think he's going to. Because if he'd had another dude, he would have played it before combat. Almost assuredly. I think he's thinking that the only way I can get out of this anyway is with Supreme Verdict, so... Like... I'm going to have to cast it so he doesn't want to overextend. That, you know, makes sense to me. Let's do it. I mean, he's got to let that happen. All right. So we're at 7. He's at 17. He's got more lands. We're not in a good shape here, admittedly. Why did he do that? That's weird. These islands look so ugly. I love them. The island, like, to scale, how big are people on this island? Because the heads are huge compared to what the island looks like, unless it's a very small island. I think I lost game 1, didn't I? Yeah, I just got smashed by Mutavaults and stuff. So I guess he's got nothing to do here. We at least drew something kind of relevant, I guess. I might want to play this Explosives for 2, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that now when I've got a chance. He can counter that if he wants. I don't care. Okay, so, yeah, we shipped the turn back to him, and this is just us clinging on for dear life again. Have I even taken a game? I don't think I have. It's been pretty sad. Forbidden Orchard. Yeah, that's want to walk that into a wasteland. Might actually just play this because I would rather he wasteland it. And it lets us mana drain something. So this is fine. I think he just probably top decked that, but it's probably smarter to wait to crack the explosives. So I'd probably just take 2. Because I think his tempo loss is worse. Yep, you got it. Okay, so now maybe if I draw a blue source, I can counter the next thing that he's gonna cast, which is why, which is why that would have been important. This is horrible. He's not gonna play a 1-drop because I've already got an explosives. Like we, yep, you got it. We can't counter it because we didn't draw a land, which you know is supposed to be expected. Let's just not draw like Progenitus. I guess that's something. We didn't draw Progenitus. Having a bunch of reactive cards when he just has a dude out and we can't find our blue is terrible. The fact that balance got countered is probably why I'm going to lose this game, I strongly think. What's he going to do here? If he casts another 2-drop, unless we rip Detention Sphere and it's another Master of the Pearl Trident. Okay, so he's just going to... Yeah, that's going to be enough damage, isn't it? That's real bad. You got it. Alright. So what do we want to see here? Nothing? I don't think there's a single card. Force of Will definitely doesn't cut it. Alright. GG's. I'm going to drop from this tournament. I have gone 0-3, and it was horrible. So this is what my hand looks like. Yeah. Alright, so I'm never going to play an Oath-based deck again. It was so abysmal. I will see you guys later for another Playing the Unplayable. Truly, this was the most by standard conceptions playable deck I've played, but I performed the worst with it. So, see you guys next time.